A few years ago, I challenged myself to get every single collection that exists in The Sims 4, and it's a few years down the line. I still haven't done it, but today I wanted to give you all an update, and this also felt appropriate with the release of The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies, because I've seen a ton of people talking about how they want to set up a museum. They want to have people come in and look at all of the collections that they have got over the years in The Sims 4. And so today I figured I would test that, but I have to say, I'm a little scared. I don't think I trust these townies and their slippery little fingers around my collections that I have spent years trying to curate. A lot has changed since I last recorded a video with my all collections challenge. We definitely, I don't think, were living on this lot the last time I showed it all off. I have been playing this on and off over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/EnglishSimmer, if you want to go drop a cheeky little follow over there. But we are now living in this kind of derelict building that exists in the world of Ravenwood. I fully forgot the name of that then. This is the lot over by the Well of Longing, and this just really felt kind of like a historical build that I could turn into a museum. It was obviously also kind of big enough, although I have definitely expanded this, to be a museum to hold every single collection that I have so far in the game and that I hopefully will continue to progress through. So the top floors are kind of her living space. We have up in this attic area just a lot of the stuff that she uses for her collections. Then on the middle level, we also just have her living quarters. We've got the kitchen and dining room, her bedroom over here, which I do slowly need to start taking out these holes just as kind of a progression thing, but it's definitely not looking too hot. Eventually we are going to have a child, but then this is where the actual museum starts. So for right now, we have all of our crystals and rocks and fragments and our geodes. Some of our treasures from Jungle Adventure are over here on these, and then we've got all of our fossils and crystals. We have the werewolf relics. This is actually a collection that I have completed. I wish more of these collections had dedicated shelving, kind of like the werewolf relic. I think they're so cool. Right now, I currently do have all these fish up on the wall, but if we go downstairs, this is where the real magic starts to happen. So I'm thinking of having this be a really big gallery. I do think we're gonna have a lot of photos and stuff. This is probably slightly overkill, but I can't really grasp how big this should be for right now, so I just made it super large. We can always split these up, and I kind of want to have little dedicated rooms to different art. So obviously we have the city living posters, we have the restaurant photos, the space nebulas that you can get from the telescope, then we have also the plant prints that you can get from your microscopic samples. Although these I am thinking of moving into this room. I just don't know if it looks good. I'm gonna need your lot's opinion on this. So we could potentially put the microscopic prints into this because it is a little bit of biology. We have the frogs. This is kind of the animal room. Frogs, insects from Outdoor Retreat. We have all the axolotls from Lovestruck and the aliens from Get to Work. We also have the bird feathers from Cats and Dogs. This is kind of a little gallery wall that we've got going on. My newest project is this little aquarium. So I realized that you can only really have 4 fish being shown in each fish tank, which I do think it is going to take a lot of fish tanks, considering I kind of want all the fish on display living, but then I have them all mounted. And what I'm thinking of doing along this back wall is kind of an evolution of fish, just so they're kind of all in one space. I do like them being sporadic throughout the museum, and if we get any spares, then we can definitely fill in spaces with these guys. But I do like being able to see what we do have mounted, what we don't have mounted, and then also what we do actually have in the fish tanks. Now we do have these trifecta spotlight tracks, so I'm gonna grab a couple of these so that it can really start to feel a bit like a gallery wall. So let's do a bunch of these along here. Can I fit another one on? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to play around with the spacing. Ooh, I love how it makes the rocks look as well. I think that's really cool. We might need to get some spotlights on the floor when we get to the bottom layers, because right now they are looking a little bit dark. See? Those two are a double that I didn't even know that we had, so I'm gonna sell one of those. This is what my brain needs to be able to comprehend these things. That can be the progression for now of the fish wall. This is looking sick. It's looking exactly how I wanted it to. I really like how these lights kind of bring out the textures in the wall. I'm just thinking maybe I should add another one over here just so we can kind of get that same texture. But I guess I really haven't spoken too much about why I'm actually scared to make this a business, and that's because I have been using these shelves right here to display a lot of my stuff. Now, unfortunately, these shelves came with Get to Work, and I've realized anytime I take an item out, it has the little like tag on it to suggest that it's not for sale, but anytime I move them back in, it says that it is for sale. And if I actually even like click on one, it doesn't have anything that says like tag for not for sale, which is really, really unfortunate. I'm scared that because these are technically like retail storage, Sims are gonna come in, and even if in an owned business I don't have like browse and buy items, they're still going to buy them. So I'm actually gonna save my game. I basically wanted to record this video to update you all and also open this up actually as a museum, and now it's quickly turning into basically a test to see if these Sims are absolutely gonna run me dry of all of my hard work. I've never been more nervous for anything in my Sims career. Actually, that's not true. Flashbacks to me on a stage in The Sims Sparked when I didn't know that we had to give presentations. I didn't know that was happening. The preset is view art, view collectibles, and paint. We're gonna get rid of paint, and I'm just gonna see if there's anything else that potentially I would want. It would be cool eventually to have like research machines. I really want this to be kind of an active place. And also now technically we don't even have to live on this. Considering we can own this as a business, we can always then own a second lot to live on and just have this be a small business venue, and then that means that it can definitely grow over time, and that really excites me. I think that's so much fun and goes so like hand in hand with the all collections challenge. So if you haven't started this and you've been thinking about doing this, I honestly think that now, if you did actually pick up Businesses and Hobbies, is a great time to start it. Got 2 new collections in this new pack. I obviously haven't gone about getting any of those. I want to collect those actually in my Let's Play before I make like a dedicated video on it, maybe for my all collections challenge, or I might just do a stream on it at some point. But in my Let's Play, I basically want to do like a super sim challenge. I want to unlock all the family recipes. I want to unlock both of the collections, and I want to reach 5 stars, and then the top of the dreamer alignment and the top of the schemer alignment. So if you haven't tuned in, definitely go check that out. We are gonna do an hourly, I think, fee, and then we will do that as minus 25 for now. So it's just 3 simoleons per hour. You better keep your grubby little mitts off my collections. I'm so scared. We're actually gonna go over here. I just want to try and keep an eye on Sims like as much as I possibly can. I already, as well, by the way, if you're like, you didn't set it to public or residential, I already did that. So the upstairs is completely off bounds for people. Where did that customer go? I'm out here like I need to keep an eye on everyone. I need to see what is happening at all times. I truly don't even know where she went. They're also like not checking in. Where are they going? Where's my sister going? I don't have anything on these shelves. These were just displays that I had set up, like just in case I needed them. I don't know why they've decided to come look at the stuff that doesn't have anything on it, you weirdos. Oh wait, we can disable sales. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, so these actually have to be open to be able to disable sales. So let's do all of that. No one is getting their grubby mitts. No, 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 no. Don Lothario, back off, sir. Get out of here. You're all being really bad patrons, can I just say? Okay, that's what I like to see. Don is the only one, which is kind of scary, actually, that he's the only townie who's properly looking at my collections instead of just running off over here. Ooh. And they're making their way downstairs. I'm interested to see what they're actually gonna like be interested in. These two look like they're making their way down to the frogs and the aliens. Imagine if they just like stole this. I probably shouldn't just have this out in the open, but I was like, what do I do with this frog treasure? I was like, I know, I'll just plop it down in the frog room. Casually worth a cheeky 8,000 simoleons. Oh, look at them looking at the fish. This is so sick. And just think, like, when we can actually start having activities, we can start teaching classes, because I know that she's really good at a lot of stuff. She's already level 10 in archaeology, fishing, fitness, gemology she's quite high in, handiness, rocket science, self-derived and culture. There's gonna be so many things that she's able to give lectures on. And then eventually I'm thinking of having like a toy room. So we're gonna obviously put like all of the My Sims dolls that we have, the Simmies, the Meduso collection. I can't even remember what this was honestly from. I feel like this was an event maybe, or maybe this is from the Christmas crackers. And then we also do have a greenhouse out the back, which I didn't really want to set up just yet. I did actually have some of these harvestables like out on these surfaces, but I knew that Sims would just try and plant them. The Batu stuff is all gonna go kind of in the toy room as well. Then we need an occult room. So eventually the werewolf stuff is going to move into the occult room, along with like all the realm of magic orbs and the wands. I have completed the frogs. However, I do need to get myself a death frog from Life and Death. Haven't done that just yet. Have not focused on gardening whatsoever. That's, I think, going to be one of the last ones that I probably like solely focus on. Completed the My Sims, metals, crystals, got all of those, got every single element. We're not too far off on the postcards. I just still need to try and get some pen pals. We need one common and then an uncommon and a rare. The amount of time it took me to get this enormous trilobite one was absolutely ridiculous, but a lot of you were saying it's from choosing a nature aspiration. Collectors can find rare collectibles more often, which actually decreases the amount that you can find when it comes to uncommon stuff, which is why I personally have such a hard time when it comes to uncommon things. It's why when I actually have a look at like a lot of my collections, it tends to be the uncommon ones that I'm missing more of. Have not focused on the microscopic prints like barely at all. Same with the space prints, even though there's so many of those to collect. Insects, hardest collection in this entire game. Those of you who have finished the insects, I'd like to know how. Sugar skulls are unfortunately broken within my game. The city posters are going okay. Snow globes, a really poor performance. Need to start going to the flea market more frequently, just in case people are ever selling their snow globes. These tend to be glitched out quite a lot in my game. I really have to be like either living in San Myshuno or visit an awful lot for these to even pop up. We have completed the feathers, but I'd actually like to get a second set of feathers, which, to be fair, we currently have 10 of them, because I also want to create the owl and kind of put him in with either the more occulty type stuff or with all of the animals that we have. I have been working hard to get the lightsaber parts, but these have been a really big struggle. These last 4 hilts, I don't know why, but I cannot seem to get my hands on them. And then obviously the 2 new ones are the Trashly certified and the Nordhaven bike parts, which definitely needs to be a focus at some point soon. Can't get over it, but it feels like all of my hard work is finally being admired by Sims. Like, it was cool to do this anyway and just kind of see all of these things actually on my lot, but it's way cooler to be able to see Sims like getting excited over rainbow fireflies. The Owl City jumped right out. But speaking on that, if there's anything else you think would really suit this museum, obviously, like I said, I kind of want like a toy bit, kind of thinking of making it maybe like a haunted toy portion. Like, we already have this like grand piano over here, and I do think it would be pretty cool to make like a haunted area, maybe have like kids activities and lighten it up a little bit in this little like offshoot of a room. You know what, we're gonna try and visit Trashly just once. We made a loss. It was 75 simoleons to open, and then only because we were doing the ticket sales as like our only income. I do feel like we need to start having a gift shop to earn more money. That also is going to be helped eventually by us doing classes and stuff, but we had an excellent ambiance. Those townies were absolutely loving the creepy vibes of our museum. All of Eloise's efforts are coalescing, is that how I pronounce that, into a mastery perk in the zone. If Eloise continues, she can enter moments of serious focus where she won't have to worry about motives. Yes, cool Princess Cordelia royal bust. Before Great Sloth invasion, many people wanted to have tea with Princess Cordelia. Pirates must have best tea because Princess like them a lot. Trashly does not know pirates, but sometimes share snacks with rat. You look like a rat. Gonna get a couple of boxes. We do have an awful lot of simoleons, so we're gonna get 10 boxes each. I put the stuff right in your pockets, but any big things go home. That is a premium delivery service for free. So I think that means that our art is probably, oh, we got 2 better boxes. We got a pufferfish. Love in pair. Her price can be found in household inventory. Plumbite, Jonquilist, Age of Dinosaur. We got Snow Globe and Rainbows, Puffin Feather. Oh my god, this is actually helping. Looking for arms. That was a collection. And then 250 simoleons. Artist friend teach Trashly about upcycling. So I take sculpture that is okay, but also missing many important parts for being person and upcycle with wiggly eyes from garbage. Trashly and sculpture lady both still looking for arms for sculpture. Arms for sculpture. Trashly has perfectly fine arms. All 2 of them. I bet you do, Trashly. Normal antique portrait, red crawdad. Red crawdad is actually something that we needed for our fish. Oh my goodness, Trashly is excellent for the All Collections challenge. Kind of OP. Gentle Jeff. And who the heck is Jeff? Can you not see the crawdad? Oh yeah, he's down there on the bottom. He's just chilling. Okay, we'll leave him in. That is my son. Don't say anything to me or my son ever again. This is the little raccoon version of, I honestly don't even know what the famous painting is. This is the Cordelia bust with the sunglasses on. The trash fruit was also new. We didn't have that for our gardening collection. All of my finished collections plaques are currently living in my bedroom. I'm very proud of them. These may also eventually end up in the museum, but for right now, they're living up here. I don't want want to show an unfinished collection of these. That is an ick. I say as if I don't have hundreds of unfinished collections in my museum right now. I've been wanting this one for so long. I just think it looks so good. These two are girlfriends. History will say they were best friends. Princess Cordelia is a gay icon. I don't make the rules. So there we have it. That is my museum so far. This is how my all collection challenge is going. But I would love to hear any thoughts that you have, any theming that you think could be really, really cool in this museum. Like I said, I want to do a toy room. We could even do in the gallery. Usually galleries, I feel, especially in museums, are quite boring, but I definitely think we could do different vibes and like theming of the rooms depending on what we have. So maybe for the plant stuff, we could do more of like a plant themed room. Then for the city posters, and honestly, I kind of think I'll put the snow globes in with them. We can do more of like a cityscape. For these, we could do something like alien because they're a bit fantastical. Again, I do feel like those could have fit in quite well with the aliens, but I like having all the creatures together with like the fish and then all the other creatures that exist. That just feels very, very on point. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this museum down below. If you want to see more frequent updates of this, definitely go follow me over on Twitch. I'm now itching to play my all collection challenge again, so I have a feeling I'm going to be streaming it fairly soon. But I appreciate you all. I'm so glad that that museum worked. I'm so glad that we didn't have people trying to steal or purchase anything from us, even though eventually we will set up a little gift shop. Because let's be real, I just want to take more money off these Sims. They can afford it, and I'm gonna pretend like Eloise can't.